All right, guys, we're live with another one. This is my Basilisk schooner build. You got basilisks on all sides, bow, port, starboard, and stern. There is some variation, of course, with the front and rear cannons, but pretty much as follows, as you can see on the screen. Incendiary, amplified piercing, and winning streak. That pretty much goes across the board for this build. You really don't need too much variation. You can go with other perks, but it's really going to shine with that winning streak. You're not going to really get this going without that. So, by all means, you can try Siege, you can try any of the other perks. For auxiliary, we have the Spirit Caller with Incendiary, Death Blow, and Second Storm. So for the armor, we have Buccaneer's Oath. Now you can try your own twist on this if you wish. You can go Nocturne's Heart. You can go with any of the other armors that does an additional damage perk. So now, as furnitures go, we got Tooling's Guidance. We have Caustic's Ball. We have Breachlock Furnace. Devil's Concoction. Turin's Furnace. And Culverin Workshop. So believe it or not, I've tried this build with a couple of variations, and to be honest, taking one of these pieces of furniture out just for the sake of maybe trying something different or adjusting it just ever so slightly will actually break the build. Remember, this build is based on burning damage, not on flooding, not on piercing, even though there is perks in there for that, but you're actually focusing on doing burning damage with regard to this furniture. So you want to make sure that you have every single piece of this. You can actually work your way out of the Culverin's Workshop. That's one of the weaker components of the build. And it's not necessarily weaker, it's just one of the components that you could actually replace in order to potentially have armor or survivability or any other options, because the schooner is such a glass cannon with regard to the vast majority of the other ships that you have in your fleet. This one can die very quickly, but if you are dishing out damage, the principle is do more damage to the enemy than they can do to you. So if you're pumping out more damage than they can, you're going to kill them quicker than they can kill you. So ultimately, that's what we're looking at with regard to the build. Now, this is a demonstration of a solo match, me against the Moonshiner fleet. So what you're going to see is that the damage actually is a lot less when you're playing solo. And then later on, I'm going to show when you're grouped up with your team, your damage is going to be a lot higher just due to scaling. So take that into account when you're fighting against the boss, the Moonshiner fleet. With any of these particular guns, you're going to notice the damage just go up when you're in big groups, especially if you're in a squad of 3. It's just going to scale up, it's going to be bigger, you're going to have a lot higher numbers. That's why you see me get up to literally 500,000 damage in this fight, because of scaling. It's actually not doing as much when you're solo, but when you get a lot of people, like pretty much the entire server fighting against them, you're going to see your numbers just go really, really sky high. But as you can see, my numbers are relatively reasonable right now. They're not huge, they're not indecent, but you know, that's just how this game works. It's a scaling game. And then there it goes. You got consecutive hits of multiple thousands of damage. The thing about this build is you want to go for weak points. You want to go for critical hit weak points. The build doesn't really work around doing white numbers. It works around doing critical hits. So you want to focus on those weak points and be basically the glass cannon on the team, the damage dealer of the team, because you are going to chew through his health bar like tissue paper. You want to have someone else on the team probably giving you heals, maybe proccing additional damage somehow, but you are the ideal damage dealer. You're going to be pushing numbers that probably the rest of the team aren't going to be able to push unless they are either in torpedoes or they're doing the same build as you, or maybe even an additional fire damage on a sandbug, potentially. But ultimately, this build is going to be top damage, or at least one of the top damage dealers for the foreseeable future with regard to fighting the Moonshiner. So good luck out there, guys. Enjoy the game and enjoy the build.